Hello my friends, and welcome to day 32, also known as moving day. That's right. We today are going to be pulling down our little shelter here. Look at our coffee crop just going wild, and our taters is good. Check it out, they're ready for picking. I've had a horde just doing laps. You hear them out there? They have just been doing laps. But it is moving day. I am so pleased. I'll take you guys down and show you what I got going here in just a few minutes. But I have now gotten far enough down there that I can move. And, because I mean, things have been getting more and more and more intense up here all the time. And I'm just starting to no longer feel at all comfortable up top. So I'm pulling my rebar shelter because I'm going to need the rebar eventually down there. But I also want to create more room for crops up here. Now that we got taters going, I better pull that one so it doesn't fall and make a bunch of noise. There we go. But yep. I am so pleased. Pull these. There we go. I'm going to leave that one in place over there. And let's see here. I think we'll start with this chest. Just do a take all. Grab all of that stuff. Once I manage to get everything moved, I'm going to use my pick to bust out all of it. Well, maybe not. I was going to say to use my pick to bust out all that stuff, but I'm even pulling my rebar from up here. They can climb up on my roof if they want, because I won't be here. We're going to go down. I'm going to show you what I got going. Head on down. We're of course going to leave a rebar in front of the door. I will eventually replace that with a secure door, set rebar outside it, and then rebar inside it. There we go. These will be concreted, and I'm going to continue that across to secure that wall there. Let's go on down. I've added some concrete right here to ensure that the sections that were dirt are no longer dirt. But we have got our long tunnel going down. Way on down. And down and down and down and down. We are as deep down as the building was high. Then as we get here, this is all filled in with concrete. This is temporary. But see, I've got a 3 deep solid concrete all the way through there. But then we come through this passage and go along. And then we take ourselves left and we come in here, which is also concreted in 2 deep. And here's where all my chests are and where I'll be setting my sleeping bag. But let's get this stuff out. Tucked away. I've got a whole bunch of chests. I am also going to continue on and build myself an escape tunnel, basically, to ensure that if necessary we can get out of here. I made sure I make myself a sleeping bag so I can set my spawn here. In fact, I'm about to do that right now. Let's see. I think it shall be right over here in front of this chest. There we go. I made sure the ceilings are high enough that I'm not going to break my face. And let's see. Alright. Metal ladders. And our eggs. And our empties. You know, we will have to go up for water, but I'm going to make sure we've got lots and lots of water cooked up and stored up. Basically, my plan is to do my cooking and smelting on the day after our zombie apocalypse day. And then, and then break down my forge and break down my cooking fire and not to do any more cooking or foraging until the following, day after the zombie day. And that should keep them relatively calm. But this is what I got going on. Munch, munch, munch. Health gap increased to 109. Loving it. But the reason I've got this set up this way is because I can literally take and I can fill this entire tunnel every night with frames all the way into there. And by the time they make it anywhere close to me, I'll definitely know they're coming and I'll be ready for them. I'm gonna head back up, continue to empty my chests and move everything. I want to be able to stay down here and finish cutting my chambers and escape tunnel without having to go back up for a couple days here, because it's day 32. And of course we know day 35 is the next time all hell breaks loose. So I want to make sure that by the time day 35 shows up, that we are deep and secure. And I got enough gravel from our one journey out to ensure that I'm going to be able to make plenty of concrete mix for the sake of all of our metal rebar frames here. So I'm just going to take a moment and take care of these right now before I forget. Oh, don't do that. Wrong yo-yo. Right string, wrong yo-yo. There we go. Alright, let's pour our concrete. Alright. Like I say, I reinforced my door. Lots of nice metal bars. Actually gonna leave that open so that we don't have to mess with it over and over again. And so we have an upstairs retreat, basically. This has a working metal door and a retreat to a window we can jump from if we need to. And then of course we've got the roof as another level of retreat. But I will be cutting an escape tunnel because that makes the best sense. But, oh, our crops are doing good. And like I say, once we're all moved out, I'm gonna break these chests to get them out of the way, and I'm gonna lay in even more crops so that our entire rooftop here is gonna be a garden. I think I'm actually gonna possibly knock out these pieces of vent to get the scrap iron and to open up more room for planting. Either that or I'll just plant on top of them, but I think that'd be kind of ridiculous to do. Alright, take all. And I believe that I should now be able to use this to break this. Out of the way, that way I'm not coming in repeatedly opening the same chest going, hey, where's my stuff? There we are. Take this down, and so this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to be transferring my goodies from my chests down and breaking those chests out. I'm going to clear this trash pile. Gonna just like I say, bust out all of this stuff. I'm curious just to see if we can do that. Oh yeah. Will it give us scrap, or will this just break? Oh yeah, that's what I was hoping. Might as well do that now. Make the noise on a day when it's not quite so scary. Glad to be picking up the scrap. How many? Like 3 more to break. And the bed I will also pick up and get rid of. What says that? Let's see here. Wow, that gave us 64 scrap. That's awesome. That is awesome. In fact, I don't think I can pick this one up. Oh, yep. I don't have the room to pick that one up. Wow. That's beautiful. Hate to leave it laying there, but let's keep moving. That was a fair amount of noise, and I don't want to hang too long up here. But alright, so I'm just going to continue this process of moving my stuff, get it done before dark comes so I can settle in downstairs, and I shall return at some point in the near future. Alrighty, I have finished moving everything down. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening. I've managed to get everything moved and everything tucked into the chests. I have sealed the passage at multiple points with rebar frames. It's less about keeping them out than it is about just knowing for damn sure that they're on their way. And I feel very good about this situation, quite frankly and quite happily. Gotta say, it's been a lot of work to get this passage cut and to get these little rooms, you know, taken care of. Even though the morning will be day 33, I'm probably going to take the time to cook myself this. Well, I don't know if I'll do any cooking or not. I might just break down my cooking fire and get rid of it, but I do want to use my forge to make the rest of my cement mix, so that as I work here and you know, get my passages taken care of, I can make sure that any place I can concrete it in to reinforce it, I can do that and all of that. But it's starting to get very dark, and it's time for me to just hunker down and sit still, and as always, I shall either see you when all hell breaks loose or see you in the morning. Welcome to day 34. Sun is coming up, and now that we've got our plants planted, day 35 is the day all hell breaks loose. And even though I kind of don't care to make too much noise down here, the simple fact is that I need to continue working on my escape tunnel. I do. I also seriously need to make some more crossbow bolts, holy crap. But I'm really pleased because we've managed to gather enough materials and get enough things squared away that the next forging day, we're going to be able to make a bunch of lead, and we're going to be able to make a bunch of shotgun shells. I had forgotten that we can turn corn into cornmeal and use the cornmeal in order to make molds, so I don't have to worry about going and hunting clay. But here we go. So basically, I wanna create a tunnel leading to a cistern, leading to an escape hatch, basically. So it's going to be happening going in this direction, but I may have to go up and clean house before I start this. I don't know. I'm I might. I'm thinking awful hard about actually doing these concrete blocks right here permanently. And once we get down here, of course... Oh, don't do that. There we go. Pick up the rebar. This isn't tall enough for us to have any kind of permanent blocks in. They would trap us, you know, which would not be cool. But, as you may recall, I removed our cooking fire in our forge, so we don't draw any unwanted attention there. But I want to continue my tunnel south from here. And so that's what I'm going to be working on today. Continue my tunnel south. It's going to be my escape tunnel, and like I say, it's going to lead to a water cistern that I'm going to build. I figure if I'm going to make this noise, might as well make it away from our sleeping chamber. The other idea is if they were to actually break in and bust through all this stuff and make it into here, basically if this passage is left, if it's sealed here but it's left unsealed here, the AI should carry them this way instead of carrying them into my little chamber. And this is what my day is going to be, right here. So I think rather than boring you guys with this, I am just going to keep on working, and I shall return. Hey guys, thought I'd come back and show you my progress here. We're coming up on 1:30 in the afternoon. We've got a lot of activity out there. But so far, they haven't sensed me or anything, so I know I'm deep enough. That makes me happy. Let me show you here, my tunnel, how it's progressing. I just keep hacking away and eating and drinking when I need to and repairing my pick when I need to. But I've gone a long way since the last time I checked in. Come on down here, get all the way down to the end, and then I'll bring up the map and you guys can see how far I've gotten here. There we are, all the way down the end, and pop the map. As you can see, I finally reached the road. And basically, I want to get out past the road, I don't know, probably to about here. Somewhere right about there. Because that should be far enough that if I come out, I should be outside of the hot zone and be able to make a run for it. Not to mention, it'll also expose a little bit of what's available out there. So I mean, I've got a long way to go yet, but it's day 34, of course, which is the day before all hell breaks loose. So I'm just gonna keep on working on this, keep on digging. I've got quite a bit of repair material yet. I'm getting so much stone out of this. I think once I hit the surface, I may actually just use stone and build with stone and actually use stone to build my exit rather than, you know, using cobblestone or something like that. Because, you know, once you pull stone out, of course, you can put stone back in again. You can place it, and even though it'll look a little funny, I think it could work out really, really good. Take and build myself a nice stone space coming up out of the ground, and then, you know, I don't know, from there maybe build a tower with a shooting platform or something, I don't know. But all I know is, man, am I making some progress. And I am so amazed by how long the food value of this bacon and eggs lasts. It's fantastic. Just absolutely fantastic. But anyway, guys, so I'm going to get back to work on it. because I'm making so much progress, and you know, even though they're all up there carrying on, it's because of the buildings being right there, you know, and the road and stuff, that I've got all that activity I can hear. I have not yet once been sensed as I've been doing this work, so I'm pretty confident that I can keep right on working. In fact, I think I'll repair my pick right now while I'm thinking about it, just to make sure I've got plenty of goodness going on. I'm gonna keep on chopping, and I'll check back in with you guys in a bit here. Alrighty, well, we're pushing 5:30. They're starting to get real active out there, but I've made it all the way to the other side of the road. I'm all the way down to about right here. I'm very pleased to have found out that there's actually a lake right here, and the reason that that's sweet as hell is because, in theory, I could mine until I get to the bottom of that lake. And when I get to the bottom of that lake, I could mine upwards and basically have my escape route go through water. I figure if I was to, you know, dig along till I got under the lake, then dig like maybe, you know, 2 or 3 spaces down, and then from there start to angle up. When I break through and the water flows down, I would hope at least that it would fill basically the area I mine out below my level passage without filling my level passage, which would mean basically I'd be able to go in and head straight up, you know. Could be good. Could be good. Basically, I would, you know, dig a couple blocks down, and so I had a good hole going down. Then I'd fill that up with frames so that I was up to level again, and then I'd stand on the frames and I'd mine straight up. And, you know, in theory, it could work out well. Of course, once I hit my flag, I'd want to start to angle up slowly but surely. Either that, or it looks like there's a cliff face right here as well, a curved cliff face, and we can maybe mine up and come out right on out of that cliff face. So, I mean, we're doing good, and I'm lucking out, and there's no two ways about it. We are close to, number one, having all this mining done and having our escape route out. And like I say, once I get up, if I end up coming out above ground, I'm going to actually take raw stone and I'm going to build up basically an artificial cave mouth, and then use my iron, my rebar and cement to reinforce it. Maybe build myself some sort of a basic tower. I don't know. But I'm really pleased with the progress, because I finally hit the other side of the road, and I'm about halfway to my flag marker there. So I'm pretty pleased. You know, we never managed to make it down to that side of things and see what's actually out there physically. So if it wasn't day 35 coming up, I'd go out there and I'd slip over there quick and see just exactly what it is that we've got above ground. You know, but I've got a feeling that I should be able to work through most of day 35. I'll probably have to knock off 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and I'll have to be real careful, listen real close, make sure I don't have anything start tunneling for me. But I think by the time we hunker down tomorrow night, I should be ready to do my exit. And I'm not going to do that, of course, until day 36. But day 36, potentially, I should be able to slip out of the building and cross over there and see what we got going on the outside, and you know, sort it out from there. So I wish that I had some way to know, like, my depth, how far down or how far up I am, some sort of gauge or meter or something, but I just don't. So I've got a vague idea, but just not a good enough idea to be able to tunnel from the outside and make sure I met my tunnel, you know. But like I say, could prove very interesting if I'm able to find a way to make an exit that came out in the water, so that we could, if we had to light out of here, you know, we could drop frames behind us or run like crazy, and when we hit the water, just swim straight up, because it would probably be pretty awesome. But alright, I'm gonna hunker down for the night. We're almost out to midnight here, and I'm just gonna be calm and quiet, and like I say, as usual, I'll be back either when morning comes or all hell breaks loose. I'll see you then. I'm glad I settled in when I did. The hornets and the hordes are on their way through. I'm down to just the last few minutes of my normal 20-minute recording session here. I mean, literally down to the last few seconds. So I'm going to end this recording at 20 minutes dead on, and I'll start a fresh recording. So I'll see you in the next episode with some progress reporting. I'm out. Peace.